Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to learn about division using concrete objects or pictures. We're going to explore division as sharing equally. We'll use concrete objects to determine the answer. Let's look at our first example. Amber had a bag of 42 building blocks. She wants to share with 5 of her friends. How many building blocks do they each get? Well, the first thing I do is I look at the question and I want to figure out how many building blocks each friend gets. At first, it might seem I am only going to divide or share equally among 5 friends, but we can't forget about Amber. She also wants to get some building blocks to play with. So we are really sharing with 6 people. We know that we are dividing or sharing 42 blocks with 6 people. To figure out how many blocks each person gets, I'm going to separate or share the blocks one at a time until all of the 42 blocks are shared. Let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Now that all of the 42 blocks have been shared, I am now going to count how many each person received. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know that each person received 7 blocks. Now we're going to look at the division sentence for this problem. 42 divided by 6 equals 7. The first number is called my dividend, and that represents the number of blocks I had in all. The second number is called a divisor, and that represents the number of groups. In this case, we had 6 friends who were sharing the 42 blocks. The third number is called the quotient, and the quotient really is the answer to my division problem. This number represents how many each person received. We know that each person received 7 blocks. We are going to look at another example. Linda has 40 emoji stickers. She wants to place them in her sticker album that has 8 pages. How many emoji stickers should Linda place on each page of her album? First, we need to understand the question. We want to know how many emoji stickers each page will get. To figure out the answer, I need to divide or share the emoji stickers evenly between the 8 pages. In this problem, we know there are 40 emoji stickers that need to be placed on 8 pages equally. To determine the answer, I need to divide or separate the emoji stickers evenly between the 8 pages. I will do this by placing one emoji sticker on each page until all of the 40 emoji stickers are all passed out. Let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Now that I have placed all of the 40 emoji stickers, I am now going to count to determine how many each album page received. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here I can see that each album page has 5 emoji stickers. So the answer to this problem is that there are 8 pages, and each page has 5 emoji stickers. Now we're going to look at the division sentence for this problem. The first number, again, is called the dividend. And the dividend represents the number I have in all. In this problem, it was a number of emoji stickers. The next number is called the divisor. And the divisor represents the number of groups. In this problem, I had 8 pages that I wanted to use. The last number is called the quotient. The quotient is another word for answer. This represents the number of emoji stickers I placed in each of the groups. We are going to try working out a few questions on our own. The first one is, Fernando made 5 cupcakes. He has 20 Easter candies to decorate with. If he places the same amount of candies on each cupcake, how many Easter candies will each cupcake have? There are blank cupcakes. Each cupcake has blank Easter candies. Pause the video and use a notebook paper to solve the answer. For this problem, we know that Fernando made 5 cupcakes, and he has 20 Easter candies that he wants to place evenly on each of the cupcakes. To do this, I need to divide or share the candies. I will do this by separating the candies one at a time until all of the 20 candies have been separated. So let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now that all of the 20 Easter candies have been separated or divided, to figure out my answer, I need to count how many each cupcake got. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can see that each cupcake had 4 candies. So the answer is that there are 5 cupcakes, and each cupcake has 4 Easter candies. We are now going to look at the division sentence for this problem. 20 divided by 5 equals 4. The first number represents the number of Easter candies Fernando had. He had 20 Easter candies. The next number represents the number of groups. He made 5 cupcakes. The last number tells me the answer, or the number of candies each cupcake has. Let's try another one on our own. Rolando's having a birthday party. He wants to decorate 6 tables. He has 36 balloons. If he places the same amount of balloons on each table, how many balloons will Rolando have on each table? There are blank tables. Each table has blank balloons. Pause the video to work out the answer on a notebook paper. In this problem, we want to know how many balloons Rolando needs to place on each table. I know there are 6 tables and 36 balloons. I have to divide or separate the balloons equally on each table. I will do this by placing 1 balloon on each table until all the balloons are placed. Let's get started. So I start by placing 1 balloon on each table. I have used 6 balloons. I haven't used all 36, so I'm going to place another balloon on each table. Now I have used 12 balloons. I still haven't used all my 36 balloons, so I will place another balloon on each table. Now I have used 18. Still have balloons that I can place, so I'm going to place another balloon. Now I have used 24 balloons. I still have balloons that I can place, so I will place one more balloon. Now I have placed 30 balloons. Still have balloons left over, so I will place one more balloon, and now I have placed all 36. Now that I have divided all 36 balloons equally among each of the tables, I will count to see how many balloons each table has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can see that each table has 6 balloons. So the answer to this question is that there are 6 tables and each table has 6 balloons. We are now going to look at the division sentence for this problem. 36 divided by 6 equals 6. The first number, my dividend, represents the number of balloons that I have in all. I had 36 balloons. The next number represents the number of groups, or the number of tables that I had in this problem. And the last number represents the number of balloons I placed on each table. The quotient is also called the answer. Now I want us to look at another problem. Jordan baked 24 donuts. She wants to place an even number of donuts in each box. If she has 6 boxes, how many donuts will each box contain? There are blank boxes. Each box has blank donuts. Pause the video to work out the answer on a notebook paper. For this problem, we want to find the amount of donuts Jordan will place inside each box. I know there are 6 boxes and there are 24 donuts in all. Since I need to separate the donuts, I need to divide to find the answer. To do this, I will start by placing one donut in each box until all the donuts are placed inside. Let's get started. So here I placed one donut inside each box. I have placed 6 of the donuts. I still have donuts I can separate, so I'm going to place one more donut in each box. Now I have a total of 12 donuts. I still have more donuts I can separate, so I will place another donut inside each box. Now I have placed 18 donuts. I still have donuts left over, so I'm going to place one more donut in each box. That makes 24 donuts. I've already placed all of the 24 donuts in the box, so the next thing I need to do is to count how many donuts I placed in each box. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are a total of 4 donuts inside each box. So the answer to this question is there are 6 boxes and each box has 4 donuts. We're now going to look at the division sentence for this problem. This next problem says Mariah baked a dozen cookies. She and 3 friends want to share them equally. How many cookies will they each get? Before I can answer this problem, I need to know how many cookies Mariah baked. All I see is that she baked a dozen cookies. Now think of dozen as another word for 12, because when we go to the grocery store and we buy a dozen eggs, we're buying 12 eggs. So when we look at the word dozen, think of it as another word for 12. There are blank people. Each person gets blank cookies. Pause the video and work out the answer on a notebook paper. In this problem, we want to know how many cookies everyone gets. I know that there are 4 friends sharing the cookies. It's Mariah and her 3 friends. I know that she has baked a dozen cookies, and dozen is another word for 12. To figure out or determine the answer, I need to divide the 12 cookies between the 4 friends. To do this, I am going to separate or share the cookies equally between them. I will do this by placing one cookie for each friend until all the 12 cookies are shared. Let's get started. So here I placed one cookie for each friend. I have placed 4 cookies. Now I place another cookie. Now I have used 8 cookies. I still haven't used all of my dozen or 12 cookies, so I need to place 1 more in each one. Now I have used up all of the 12 cookies. All 12 cookies have been shared equally among all the friends. So the next step is to count how many cookies each friend received. 1, 2, 3. So I can see that each friend received 3 cookies. So the answer to this problem was that there are 4 people and each person gets 3 cookies. We are now going to look at the division sentence for this problem. 12 divided by 4 equals 3. The first number represents the number of cookies that Mariah baked. She baked a dozen or 12 cookies. The next number represents the number of groups. In this case, it's the number of friends who were sharing the cookies. The last number is the answer. This one tells me how many cookies each friend received. In this problem, it says Edgar and Danielle found 14 dimes. They decided to share them equally. How many dimes do Edgar and Danielle each get? There are blank people. Each person gets blank dimes. Pause the video to work out the answer on a notebook paper. For this problem, we want to know how many dimes Edgar and Danielle each get. So we know that there are 2 friends who are going to share 14 dimes. Since they are sharing 14 dimes, we know we need to divide. And to divide, I'm going to separate the dimes one at a time until all of the 14 dimes are shared. So let's get started. If I give each one 1 dime each, I have given out 2 dimes. I need to give them another dime. So that makes a total of 4. I still have dimes left over, so I can still give each one 1 more. I have given out 6 dimes. I still haven't used up all my 14 dimes, so I need to give them each 1 more. So that makes 8 dimes. Again, I have not used up all the 14 dimes, so I will give them another dime. That's 10. I will give them another dime. That's 12. I still have dimes left over. I haven't used up all my 14 dimes, so I will give them 1 more each. That makes 14. Now that each person has received their dimes, and all the dimes have been separated equally, I am going to count how many each person received. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can see that each person received 7 dimes. So the answer to this question is that there are 2 people and each person gets 7 dimes. We are now going to look at the division sentence for this problem. The first number represents the number of dimes that I had in all. The second number represents the number of groups. In this case, there were 2 people, Danielle and Edgar, who were sharing the 14 dimes. The last number tells me how many dimes Danielle and Edgar each received. They received 7 dimes. The big idea for today's lesson is that division is sharing. We used concrete models or pictures to show how we can solve a division problem. We also looked at what the division sentence looked for each problem. So for today's lesson, remember, division is sharing. Thank you, everybody.